I am starting to dislike our assigned patrol area. We have been sailing through these waters for a few days without spotting anything, and the poor weather isn't helping. Constant rain and fog reduce visibility and make it almost impossible to operate on the surface effectively. I would like to be assigned a new patrol area, but the Naval High Command's orders are very clear. If British warships should sally out from Scapa Flow to raid Norwegian harbors, there is a good chance that they will pass through this area. However, with everything that is happening in the world right now, I think it is unlikely that the English will expend valuable resources for operations against Norway at this point in time. Our victory against France and their subsequent surrender has granted us naval bases on the French Atlantic coast. From there, our ships and U-boats can operate directly against the Atlantic convoys. A few U-boats have already received orders not to return to Germany, but to sail to Lorient or to Brest, where U-boat bases will be established. I wonder if we will receive these orders as well. France. I think I would like that. It is supposed to be a very nice country. I've only visited Paris once, and, to be honest, I didn't like it that much. It was too crowded for my taste. Now one might of course ask how any place can be too crowded for the taste of somebody who surfs on submarines. But you see, the difference is that on this boat I know every crew member by name. I know their personalities, I know who they are, what they are capable of, and that I can depend on them. In a big metropolis like Paris, you are just part of a formless, faceless mass of people, where nobody cares about the person next to themselves, or even acknowledges them. No thank you. I prefer to be with my crew and my boat. As always, we dive the boat after sunrise to make sure that we are not detected and engaged by enemy airplanes. This has become routine for us. In fact, we spend most of our days beneath the surface. Everybody on board dislikes this routine, but it is about to be disturbed today.
Frachter, kommt näher auf 1, 2, 4.
Almost immediately, the hydrophone operator picks up a merchant contact, coming up behind us.
Neuer Kurs 175.
We turn the boat around and head directly towards the contact. I don't know, and frankly I don't care if this is an enemy ship or not. Finally there's something for us to do out here. Finally there's something to occupy the attention of the crew. In any case, this will raise morale. The hydrophone operator determines that the target is moving towards our port bow. We adjust our course and surface the boat. The engines are started, and the boat begins to pick up speed. It is now up to the watch crew to find our target against the backdrop of a steel grey sky. A crew that had prepared itself for another boring day beneath the surface is suddenly giddy with excitement. They are actually betting on who can spot the target first. I don't mind. I'm just happy to hear the song of our engines. I love the smell of diesel in the morning. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our amazing Silent Hunter 3 campaign. There is a merchant out there. We detected it just after we dived to stay submerged during the day. I pointed my bow at him and I determined that he's going... Oops, didn't want to do that. I determined that he's going across our bow from right to left. So I adjusted my course a little bit and I hope that I will intercept him with him appearing somewhere in this direction. That's my hope. Will that be fulfilled? We'll see. What kind of target will it be? I don't know, but we'll find out together. For now, we have to keep closing the distance. I'm not forcing my engines too much, we are simply going at half speed. That should be absolutely fine because the merchant seems to be coming our way. Unfortunately, the night has ended. The sun is up somewhere in the east, but due to the terrible weather and the heavy clouds, we can't actually see it. Maybe this weather will help us a bit to get close to our target before we are detected. We'll see. For now, let's keep closing the distance. We didn't have to wait too long. There it is appearing out of the fog. Not quite sure what it is though. I see that it has a single smokestack, so it's nothing that's too big. I see 2 masts, but apart from that I can't determine any more details. Bring me the user to the bridge.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Let's use this. Let's see if this helps. So it seems to me that the target is, as I suspected, as I determined earlier, it's going from right to left across my bow. That means if I continue on this course I should be able to cut in front of it, which will make it possible for me to determine its course with great accuracy. I've shown how that works in previous videos. But I can't tell what kind of ship I'm looking at. That's my only issue right now. I can't even determine how big it is or what kind of flag it has. It's still too far away. And with these murky skies, there's really no contrast. Although, by looking very closely, I think I can say that the flag has a red color, which would indicate a British ship. And that means it's a target. It's a target that we are going to sink. Now, yes, the weather is quite terrible. And the skies, the horizon, everything is just grey. So our submarine should not be very visible against this backdrop. However, I don't think I want to risk it. I need to cut in front of that ship, so I will have to expose a larger profile. I think I want to submerge. Let me just do some quick calculations before we do that. Okay, there's the ship. I want to do the following. Let me see if I have somebody... yeah, let's switch you guys around. Weapon officer. Now, what kind of AOB might I be looking at? Maybe something like 10 degrees, which would give them a course of about 10 degrees as well. Interesting. So to cut across their course, I simply turn to 100 degrees. That should be most effective. Yeah, okay. We move the user. We are going to dive. Periscope depth.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Auf Seerotiefe gehen.
We're going down.
Jawohl,
Increase
Herr
our
Kaloin.
speed.
Volle Fahrt voraus.
This should bring us down nice and fast. And then we'll immediately turn left. We can actually do that right now.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 9-9. Derzeitige Tiefe 1-0.
Good. I did order periscope depth, right? We are going down a bit further than I intended to. That's alright now. And we are turning hard. The engines, the electric engines have kicked in. Nice. Let's make sure that we have a rested sonar operator. That's good. Everybody else should be okay to go. Let's get you in here to rest a bit. Perfect. How's our torpedo situation? Our torpedo situation is like so. In the forward tubes we have 3 electric torpedoes and 1 steam-driven torpedo. We have in the reserves 1 steam-driven torpedo and 1 more electric torpedoes. In the aft tubes we have 1 steam torpedo and another one in reserve. That's all that we have. So in total 8 torpedoes on board. Not sure what kind of target I'm looking at and if I will fire 1 or 2 torpedoes to hopefully sink it. I did get a weather report earlier. The waves are... the wind speed is 7 meters per second. So we will have to set the torpedoes to a depth of at least 3 meters, I think. Let's hope that that is enough to hit that target. For now, we have completed our turn. And
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittelfahrt voraus.
let's slow down and take a quick look through our observation periscope here in the control room. Up periscope. There's the target. Yeah, I will be cutting across its bow fairly soon. And I will have to be careful to mark that point in time. And to mark the bearing, of course. But you know what? My estimation that they are sailing on a course of 10 degrees might not be far off from the truth, actually. That could very well be true. Yeah, okay. I don't know about you, but to me it seems as if they are coming on quite fast, aren't they? Hydrophone operator, what does your hydrophone tell you about the target speed? Medium speed. So they could be at 8 knots maybe? That's a possibility. That would mean that they would close the distance very fast. I have to be aware of that. Down periscope. I have switched stations and I'm now at the attack periscope, and it looks to me as if we are almost directly in front of them. So my estimation of their course was a bit off, I think. Not by much though. Let's see. Mark this bearing, mark own position. I think this is it. We were here. Take another look at them. Yeah, that looks very plausible. The masts are overlapping, we are directly in front of them. Yeah, at about this bearing, we were directly in front of them. We already passed that point. Okay, that means down periscope. And we will come to the map. And let's do a bit of drawing, a bit of plotting. Oh, I like to plot. Here we go, weapons officer. Show me the bearing that we were looking at. So, yeah, okay. Looks like they are sailing on a course of about 7 degrees. If I look at this. This little pointer here indicates where we were looking at. And it is pointing directly at 7 degrees. That would be the course that they are sailing on. Good. So let's draw that. Let's see. 7 degrees means, of course, in the other direction we need to go at 187. Let's see. There it is. Oh, come on. Trying to be as accurate as possible, even though you don't have to be super accurate, of course. So, they are somewhere on this line right now. They're somewhere on that line. Increase speed. I need to increase my distance to that line. Now, I did determine they're somewhere on that line. Now let's do the following. Let's go ahead and draw another line, continuing this one off to 7 degrees. This is the course that they will be sailing on. Awesome. I want to increase my distance to the track to about 1 kilometer. Should be fine. Maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, let's give it like 1.5 kilometers. Something like so. So I want to get my sub out to here. And with the speed that we are putting on, this should happen fairly quickly. Although, let me turn a little bit to the left.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 9,5.
And once we are here in position, I will of course start to plot their progress on this line, which will then of course give me their speed with a good degree of accuracy. So now, we just have to wait a little bit. We have just turned the boat on a parallel course, or well, we are in the process of doing so. I want to bring the boat to 7 degrees and we are almost there. If you look on the map, we have increased our distance to the track to what I would call a sufficient degree, so that the angle isn't so steep that we can't take accurate measurements. I think we will be able to take good measurements here. Okay, rudder is almost at 0, there we go, but of course the boat is bouncing back, so to say, so I'll give it a bit more rudder in the hopes to counteract that. Oh, wrong button.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ruder 0 Grad.
There we go. That should be good. Now the boat should come to 7 degrees. Excellent. Slow down the boat.
Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittelfahrt voraus.
Good. Very good. I want to be on a steady bearing before I start this. And we are getting there. And it is balancing itself out perfectly. Nice. Couldn't have done it better. Right at 7 degrees. Really nice. Okay. Off to the attack periscope we go. Hydrophone operator, give me the current bearing to target. 215. Up periscope. Target will be 215, that way. I have the target in sight. And I do not have that much time actually. It is closer than I thought it would be, but it should be okay for us to take a measurement. I can already tell that it's not a big target. Very unfortunately, it's not a big target. But alright, here we go. I will put this directly at their smokestack when I start a stopwatch. We will wait 3 minutes 15 and we should have a good estimation of their speed. Let's go. Wait, no. I want to repeat that that wasn't good because the wave, of course, chose that moment to mess it up. There we go. Down periscope, let's come to the map and mark our own position. Here. And from that position, weapons officer. Let me have a quick look. From that position at 222. 222 degrees. 222 is right there. So they were here. While we wait, I will want to prepare my torpedo firing solution. I think that's a pretty good idea to do. So let's bring the periscope forward. I will fire... maybe I'll fire the steam torpedo at it. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, why not? Torpedo Tube 4. I will be firing at their right bow, 90-degree angle of course. Speed I don't know yet. Distance to target will be about 1 kilometer. Torpedo will be impact driven, medium speed. Depth of the torpedo just at 3 meters. Like that. Or I could fire an electric torpedo and have the steam torpedo as a backup. That would also work. Let's prepare that. Torpedo Tube 3. Impact, slow speed, everything else stays the same. Okie dokie, that looks good. We are coming up to 2 minutes. Let's see if the angle has changed. We did have them... Well, I don't even know at which bearing we had them. There they are. I fear that we won't have much time if I want to turn in and deliver a good shot. They are gaining, definitely. Down periscope. We don't want to get spotted right here. So Torpedo 3 will be fired. Depth is set to just under 3 meters. Angle on bow has been set. Speed, distance, speed is the only thing that's missing right now. Come on. Come on. Okay, we are coming up to 3 minutes. Where's the periscope? Let's get ready to take the bearing. There we go. Just keeping the crosshairs over the target's funnel. And we are pretty much there, yeah. Mark our own position. Right there. Increase our own speed to give me a bit more time. Weapons officer. We were looking right now towards 226 degrees true bearing. 226 degrees true bearing. Oh, come on, there's the tool. 226 is right this way. Target speed should therefore be, and we determine the target speed by just measuring the distance between these 2 points. Come on. Okay, target speed 8 knots. So that means they're definitely gaining on me. They definitely are. Not when I'm going this fast, of course. They are sailing at the speed of 8 knots. Let's dial that in. It sounds plausible. It does sound plausible with what we have discovered so far, that they are sailing at a medium speed, which was determined by a hydrophone operator. Speed of 8 knots sounds very believable. Also, looking at how fast the target approached our position. The stopwatch is still going. I can take a second measurement to verify. And the good thing about this method is that I don't have to keep a constant speed. As long as I know where I am, and I can raise my periscope in time to have a look at where they are, this is working. This is working just fine. The next reading we would have to take in 1 minute. At 6 minutes 30. So 1 minute from now. And we can certainly do that. We can take one more measurement before we turn the boat towards them and prepare to shoot. We definitely can do that. Let's see. We don't have to rush things. They are not escaping from us. If they are not changing their course or their speed right now, we pretty much got them dead to rights. like how we are progressing. They are progressing at the same time. This should work. Okay, I need to slow down the
Jawohl,
boat
Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittelfahrt voraus.
so that we slow down in time, that the periscope is clear when I take a look at the target. Since we were going at a speed of 8 knots as well, the bearings shouldn't have changed much, and that is actually the case. Come on, wave, don't do that now. Okay, very good. Down periscope, once again, mark on position. You know the drill by now. Here, weapons officer, we were looking at, yeah, once again, 226.5 this time. 226.5, come on. There we go. 226.5 is right here. And I'll take this circle that I've drawn, I'll move it up, and I see that there is a slight deviation. Oh, now it's getting tricky. This is now telling me that they're sailing at about 7 knots and not 8 knots. Ah well. I think 8 knots will be fine. Maybe I'll lower it down to 7.5, just to make sure. But I think it's time that we turn in. We did say they are sailing at a course of 7 knots, yeah? I think we did. So, let me visualize this for you. If they are sailing on a course of 7 knots, just like we are right now, and we want... Oh, come on. Always a bit tricky. And we want a nice 90-degree intercept, then of course we need to come left to 277. See? There. Let's do that. 200, let's put this at 250, and we should
Jawohl, Herr
end up
Kaloin.
at
Neuer Kurs
277,
274.
more or less. We are starting the attack run. The boat is turning. Now I want to take a better look at it. What kind of ship is this? It is definitely British, so we can confirm that it is an enemy. The ship doesn't appear to be too big. It appears to be a small one, actually. Not much tonnage there.
Frachter auf 314, kommt näher.
You can see how big the bridge structure is compared to the whole ship. It is a small one, indeed, but I can see that it is an armed one. There's a gun in the back. Do you see it? Just there, on the stern. So I can't surface and gun it down. That would be too risky.
Frachter auf 315,
2
kommt
masts.
näher.
Ah, man. It's unfortunate that the ship isn't a bit bigger. It really is. I guess that the length of the ship is about...
Frachter auf 316, kommt näher.
Well, I think it is definitely below 100 meters. So maybe we are looking at one of the ships that is about 80 meters long, maybe? 80 to 90, something like that. Okay. Torpedo tube selected, torpedo depth selected, impact
Frachter
pistol
auf
selected,
334, Entfernung gleichbleibend.
speed selected, distance. I can correct that, it will be at about 750.
Frachter auf 336, Entfernung gleichbleibend.
Although distance is not required at a 90-degree angle, it's good to have it so that you have an estimated runtime of the torpedo.
Entfernung gleichbleibend.
Opening tube 3. Preparing to fire. Hydrophone operator,
Frachter auf
you can shut up now.
339, Entfernung gleichbleibend.
Tube open, everything ready to fire. Come on. There they come. There they come. I'll put that torpedo directly beneath the smokestack. Fire! There goes the torpedo. Running straight and normal. Good. Now I have to wait for them to pass in front of me. Select tube for the backup option. Everything is set. Distance needs to be decreased. 650. Where's the periscope? 650 should be about right, yeah? Yeah. Perfect. Periscope, I'll reduce it to 6. There they come. Target, meet torpedo. In a few seconds now. Come on. Good one. That thing is done for. That boat, that ship is done. That was a big detonation. Wrecking everything on board. I'm pretty sure about that. That thing is going down. There's nothing that I need to do. Oh yeah, they are going down. What can we learn from what just happened? I have hit the target a bit ahead of the point where I aimed at. What does that mean? That means that the target was indeed going a little bit slower. So 7 knots would have probably been the correct value for the speed. It's good that I lowered the speed to 7.5 knots from 8. With 8 knots I might have missed it. But they are going down. They are indeed going down. We'll observe. I mean, they should be going down. That thing is in a lot of trouble. Once we have confirmation that they're going down, I might surface and look for survivors. But for now, let's enjoy this beautiful view of another target heading to the bottom. You can see that the bow is already taking on massive quantities of water. And the stern is lifting up. I don't think we will have to finish her off with one more torpedo or with a deck gun. They're not surviving this. It was a good hit. It definitely was a good hit. Man, look at this. I'm surprised that we did not receive confirmation yet that they are going down. Let's see if there are lifeboats in the water. Not yet. No lifeboats so far. Yeah, look, the bow is cutting beneath the waves. And the stern is lifting out. And now we have confirmation they are going down. We should see lifeboats being deployed. Men are celebrating. Good. Man. Oh. Oh. Okay, what did you have on board? What did you have loaded? What was your cargo? Seems to be something flammable. Well, I don't think... Ooh, more explosions. I don't think they managed to deploy lifeboats in time. That's unfortunate for them. That's very unfortunate. Oh, I see casualties drifting in the water. A against the backdrop of the flames. I fear that we won't be able to do much. That thing is going. That thing is simply going down. And still more explosions. Jeez. Burning oil on the surface. No lifeboats detected. And goodbye. I think the ship ran into the bottom of the sea, so the stern will be sticking up for some time. Oh man, what an end to a beautiful little ship. What an end.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 351.
We are surfacing the boat.
Jawohl,
Speed
Herr
up.
Kaloin. Große Fahrt voraus.
And it's gone. And it's gone. The flames have been extinguished. There is actually a lifeboat. Alright. Where is it? Yeah, they did manage to deploy one.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Set course
Neuer
for the
Kurs
lifeboat.
347.
Let's take a good look around. There's nothing else coming over the horizon. Down periscope. Okay. Surface the
Jawohl,
boat.
Herr Kaloin.
Auftauchen. Vorne um 10, hinten kommen auf 5.
Also, there's one more thing that we need to do. Let's reload another electric torpedo. Let's make sure that we have the torpedo officer over there to take care of that. Yeah, they are in the process of loading. And we can come up to the conning tower. Radio antenna up. Guys, look sharp. We'll give them some provisions. And then we are out of here. There they are.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 356.
Man, I see a lot of dead guys in the water. Among the debris. This war is really horrible. Imagine their surprise, their shock at what has happened just now. They were peacefully sailing along, not thinking about anything in particular maybe, or not, at least not anything that's particularly dangerous. Enjoying the start of their day, maybe taking breakfast, and all of a sudden their ship starts exploding around them. And then just a short while later, a German submarine surfaces and steams
Jawohl,
towards
Herr
their position.
Steuerbordmaschine stopp.
Stop the engines.
Jawohl, Herr
Get
Kaloin.
closer to
Neuer
that
Kurs
draft.
5.
Oh, you can actually hear the ship breaking apart on the seafloor. There's a guy in the water. There's another guy in the water that's swimming face down, which is not a good idea if you're still alive. Yeah, multiple actually. But here we are. We'll throw them some supplies. A bit of water, a bit of bread. And with a bit of luck, they will be picked up by another British ship. Let's hope that they are so lucky. But the weather is not looking too encouraging. Sadly, we don't have room on board for survivors. Submarines in World War II were extremely cramped, and with a full complement of crew that we have, there's simply no room for more people. Very unfortunate. We just have to hope that they are rescued at some point.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Start the engines.
Volle Fahrt voraus.
Good luck. Good luck to you. Let's hope that you are rescued in time.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Our
Kleine
engines are
Fahrt zurück.
making a little bit of trouble.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Okay,
Volle
they've been
Fahrt
started.
voraus.
Full speed ahead, let's go. Goodbye. And off we go. What course will we sail on? I think we will continue on
Jawohl, Herr
patrol.
Kaloin. Gehen wieder auf Kurs, Herr Kaloin.
So yeah, we are turning northeast. We are deleting all of that. And we are leaving the scene of this ambush behind us. Even though we are a German submarine, I imagine that right now these people are a little bit sad to see us go. Ah well. That's the harsh reality of it all. We have to continue on our way. We have to go and find more targets and sink them. By the way, before we do anything else, let's take a quick look at our statistics here. What did we actually sink? It was a coastal cargo ship of 1,589 tons. So yeah, a small ship. Nothing major. But a target is a target. And we have fulfilled our duty. We will continue on course and we will try to find more targets to engage. Torpedo reloads are progressing. Not enough crew in bow torpedo compartments. Well, that can be fixed. Let's bring more crew in. I imagined I had enough crew. Yeah, there we go, they're reloading again. Good. That was today's episode. A standard engagement, nothing that is too extraordinary, but a fun engagement nonetheless. And we did manage to hit our target this time, so that's a big bonus. I want to thank you all for watching this campaign. I hope that you have enjoyed it so far. I really do enjoy reading your comments, so keep those coming. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and have some really great days. Goodbye.